Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Nameless, the one thing you must recall. A long Tay's route, and the case of the missing harp has been solved. No one stole it. The owner just totally forgot to tell us that it was being repaired. So we worried for nothing. But oh well, all's well that ends well, right? And we got a confession out of Tay, which Yuri seems to have already forgotten about. Hopefully she will actually do something about that, remember it, think about it soon. Please, Yuri, please! It would be nice if we could actually get together before the very last chapter of the story. Well, anyway, let's see what happens now that the harp is back. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Still, thank God. I'm glad Zion wasn't cornered as the harp thief. And I'm glad Tay's workplace is peaceful. I just stared at Tay. Yesterday night, I fell asleep early, but I was so thankful to Tay for worrying about me. Oh. Tay looked at me and smiled. I blushed and avoided his eyes. I got somebody's diary. Whose diary is this? Tell me. I don't know whose it is. I guess I'll find out later. For Tay. What's for Tay? Please tell me we're doing something for Tay. This part is like that. Good. La la la. Huh? What? This part isn't fun. She wrote a lot. She said she wrote every day to keep all the memories, right? She wrote a lot to show her parents. But you forgot the promise you made me. What promise did I make you?
This is too weird.
What is? Yuri laid down his chopsticks. Thanks to that, we all stared at him.
What do you mean? Going to school? My honey's taking the bus to school, but why should I drive you boys?
So that you can actually get some use out of the limo?
It's exploitation to force me to do work I don't like. It's very like you to say that.
I laughed awkwardly at what Yuri said. I've been taking the bus to school instead of the limo. I felt bad since I was the one who first told him all the boys should take the limo too.
Huh. I did wonder about that too. Why did you suddenly say you'd go by yourself?
I just felt like I gained weight these days because of all the food. So I'm trying to exercise and lose weight. I avoided Red's eyes so he won't find out I'm lying.
You're on a diet?
Yanho widened his eyes and asked back. Yeah, I've been too comfortable lately so I gained weight. I thought it'd be good for me to exercise.
Oi, heroine! As a strong and healthy warrior of justice, I don't think you need to lose weight. Besides, right now you humans are all in your breeding periods.
What the heck?
Yes, it's time for you all to breed. You don't need to work out. All you have to do is sleep and eat a lot.
Red, what are you saying? Do you understand what you're saying?
I would like to burn my ears. No, I'd rather burn that mouth.
Lance looked like he lost his appetite and almost threw the spoon down to the table. And he glared at Red as if watching an insect.
Why? It's true. It's a crime to be that ignorant. Breeding. You must mean growing period.
How did you even understand what he meant? Yeah, I didn't.
My honey.
Hey, he said darling, not honey. Has he always been saying darling?
My honey, are you really saying you refuse to get into my limo to work out? That doesn't make any sense.
Yuri waved his fingers.
No one is better than me at judging beauty. According to my two beautiful eyes, your body is perfection itself.
Oh, you are so smooth, Yuri. Yanho nodded fiercely at what Yuri said.
He's right. Of course, a bit more curves wouldn't hurt, but I could just say you're cute without them.
Lance looked like he wanted to set fire to his ears again.
Anyway, can't you just exercise after school?
That's true, but I couldn't come up with more excuses, so I just hesitated. And then I caught eyes with Tay. Yes, it was actually because of Tay I decided not to take the limo. Tay told me it would be best if we kept our distance at the academy. I told him it was fine, but he didn't budge. Honestly, that made me a bit upset. But I didn't want to disagree with him when he was so firm about it. I can't take the limo when he thinks that way.
There are many ways to exercise, my honey. For example, You and I can passionately... What, you don't have a slipper in your hand yet, Lance? Lance gave Yuri the look. The look he has before the flying slipper. Yuri must have noticed too since he stopped talking. Anyways, driving my princess to school brightens up my day. Honestly, that's the problem. What? People notice me too much if I go to school with you guys. That bothers me. And because it brings about death threats. Of course it's comfortable to take the limo to school. It's not that I don't want to go to school with my lovely dolls, but I don't want to die. I'm less troubled when I take the bus because no one notices me. And Tay won't have any reason to worry. I glance at Tay again. We didn't catch eyes this time. He just sat still. Tay, what do you think? I want Master to take the limo again. Yanho asked Tay for his opinion. But Tay didn't say much this time either. He just quietly laid down his spoon and stood up with his empty plate. The bus will be too crowded in the morning. Don't overwork yourself. I couldn't see his face because he was walking away. But he must be smiling like he always does, right? Okay, don't worry. I answered cheerfully. Of course, Yuri still looked displeased, and everyone else looked worried. There's no need to be upset when Tay is worrying about me. Instead, I should be more careful so he can feel relieved. I stuffed the rest of the food into my mouth. Actually, shouldn't he be a gentleman and be the one not to take the limo, and I should take the limo? I mean, although he would have to worry about me being in trouble because of the other guys, but then I wouldn't be with Tay. Walking and walking and walking. Why do they have to show so many screens? Oh, Tay! Red! Look over here! Yonho, I bought something for you today. Take it! I can hear the roar in the playground from outside the window. Did the limo come? I leaned over to the window and looked outside. The window was closed, but I could already hear the shrieks and screams. As always, countless number of girls were surrounding the limo and screaming. They all have so much energy. Shinbi came to my side and looked out the window too. She talks as if what's happening outside has nothing to do with her, but behind her were a number of her own fangirls. But if anything's different, it's that they're less aggressive. They're so cliché, they'll never be able to win over their hearts like that. Such foolish creatures. So I flipped her long wavy hair and commented on how pathetic everyone was. Still, she glimpsed outside the window. But Soy, why aren't you down there? Tay's down there too. Oh, I can't win over his heart like that. I need a more subtle and detailed plan to approach my prince. Soy gave a sneaky laugh. I don't know what that plan is, but I just hope you don't commit any crimes. Agreed. Oh my! What kind of person do you guys think I am? We're friends! Friends! So you guys have to help me unconditionally for our friend's romance. Soy, what do you mean unconditionally? Since I've chosen you as my friend, we have to stick together until the end, right? Soy said while forcing her arm onto my shoulder. It wasn't a friendly gesture. She was dragging me into her scheme. So you mean you'll ignore whatever I say and force me? Don't be so cold and help me, please. Oh, and Shinbi, you too. You are basically my family, so you have to help me get my prince. Shinbi nodded without showing any expression. She didn't look interested, but I guess she's being nice in her own way. Yeah, they said they grew up together. Because of that, they seem to know each other really well. A friend who's basically family. They have something between them, something I can't even dream of getting. It does make me a bit sad, but they look good together. So I nodded happily at Shinbi's answer. Darkness overtakes me. What? Just now? Did I just pass out? Your diary. It's all torn up. Here, want to see? Who is it? Here, look at this. What, the torn pages of my diary? Blinding white light flashes in front of my eyes. Ugh! Let's go to a cafe called Banjul. I heard there's a hot waiter called Zion there. I need to see for myself. Banjul. Are you okay? Oh, I think I've heard of that place before. Are you sick or something? We can always go next time. I'll just go with Shimpy for today then. What was that just now? Is that a piece of my memory? But it feels so strange, like I was seeing it for the first time. Ugh. I clutched onto my aching head. What was that just now? Are you okay? Shimby held on to me as I stumbled. My head feels like it's about to burst. My head hurts. I have to go to the infirmary. Why don't you just go home instead of going to that infirmary? It's only the third period right now. Do you think you can hold up until school ends? So I sounded worried as she asked me how I am. But I don't really want to go home. Lance and Yonho will definitely know if I go home, and then the rest of the boys will get to know soon. Then they'll just worry about me the whole day. I should just try to hold up. But going to see that school nurse, that scares me. I'm fine. I'm just going to get some pills for my headache. Do you want us to go with you? No, class starts soon. Tell me if you don't feel better. We'll tell the teachers. Shimby said nicely. Thanks, then I'll be back. Oh, okay. We'll tell the teacher you went to the infirmary. So I waved with a worried face. Ugh, it's hurting more and more. Well, we know we're never in danger with, Dr. Eugene because he doesn't like our bones. He thinks our bones are ugly. Every time I take another step, I feel as if my head's pounding. I can't help but frown in pain. Was I too stressed these days? Come to think of it, there were many things that bothered me recently. That harp incident, too. But I slept well these past couple days. It's odd. I always fell asleep right away. Is that because of the ZZZ Tay always makes me? I should ask Tay to make it for me at home. I recalled the scent of ZZZ and hurried to the infirmary. My head is still throbbing. Huh? I stood still in front of the infirmary, unable to enter. There was a reason I couldn't. Urgent business to attend to. Don't know when I'll be back, so go to the pharmacy in case of emergency. Those irresponsible words were written in a clean and fancy handwriting. Mr. Eugene has good handwriting. I expected so little from him that I was surprised at just his handwriting. But more than that, something so urgent he had to leave the infirmary? Did he find some ancient bones or something? The more I think of him, the more dangerous he seems. No, actually this academy that hired him feels more dangerous. I got goosebumps just thinking about where I was. I was rubbing my arms when I felt someone move behind me.
Oh, are you sick?
Oh, Mr. Principal. I turned around and saw a familiar face. He gave me a warm smile that comforted me. The principal is my grandpa's old friend and my guardian. I cheerfully said hi to him. Hello.
Nice to see you. But what are you doing at the infirmary? Are you sick?
He looked worried. I just have a headache. I'll be fine after taking some pills. My head kept hurting as I talked, but I pretended to be fine.
Okay, then good, but... Oh, I was about to call on you today anyway. I'm glad we met here.
Huh?
I have something to give you.
To me?
Yes, here, take this.
The principal took out a small piece of paper from his pocket and gave it to me. Pieces of paper? This is... tickets to the amusement park? Did we get them from somebody different every time?
Yes, someone gave them to me as a gift, but they reminded me of you. I remembered when you went there with your grandpa and bragged about it all day. I'll give them to you now.
Oh, how sweet. I was a bit bewildered and took the tickets. And I read the letters on the ticket. It's really that place. I've been to this place just once when I was little. No, I want to ride that. No, little girl, I'll let you ride it, but you have to hold on to the handles very tightly, or else you'll fall down and get hurt. I won't let go. I'll hold on to it tight. Good girl, Ari.
After you bragged about it for hours that day, your grandpa came to me the next day to do the same.
Oh, that's so cute. What a sweet grandpa I have.
Yes, I remember you particularly liked the merry-go-round.
Grandpa never liked the amusement park, so we went just once after I begged and begged. But when we went there, I remember I complained about something for some reason.
He told me you looked so happy on the merry-go-round. He wondered if he should buy one for the house. I teased him about loving you too much.
He said that? For a moment, I became drowned in my memories of Grandpa while looking at the tickets. It's been a long time since I heard a funny story, but I can't tell him even when I get back home. He's left me. Grandpa, I miss you.
Oh, I should get going. If you don't feel well, go home and rest.
Oh, okay. I'll see you soon, Mr. Principal. The principal gave me a smile and left. I have 2 stiff pieces of paper in my hands. Huh? Come to think of it. Strangely enough, my headache was gone. Is it because Grandpa cared for me? I suddenly feel clear-headed. Thankfully, I could turn around from the infirmary. I happily held on to the 2 tickets. My headache was cured by park tickets. You have a smartphone. Why don't you have Twinter? Ah, Twinter again. What? Twinter! Everyone has it. You don't know. What's that? Your phone is wasting away. Oh, I can hear it cry. Give it to me. I'll download it for you. I held out my phone and Soy snatched it away. What? It's locked. What's the passcode? It's the same as my old phone. Soy nodded at my answer and unlocked it. She liked the games on my old phone, so she used to borrow it often. I couldn't be bothered to unlock it for her every time, so I just told her my passcode. Let's see. I can download it, right? Soy fixed her eyes on the phone and asked, What is it? Shimby, who was next to me, thought for a while. To put it simply, it's a public diary for the whole world to read. Oh, that's a nice comparison. A diary? People just write whatever they're thinking about at the moment, and others can read what you wrote. I didn't understand what Shimby meant and frowned. What? Why would you want others to read your diary? I want to know that too. Well, when you secretly want someone to know what you're thinking, that's when you use Twinter. Soy said while moving her fingers very fast. Anyways, if I write something, anyone can see it? But what do you write? You really write what you'd write in your diary? Of course, what you write depends on the person. You can write useful information, or an important piece of news. FYI, Soy uses it to gush out her hidden desires. Well, they're not hidden if she spouts it out. Stop! It's my noble hobby! Well, I'll respect your own taste, but please don't mess up my timeline. That's so harsh! You have no idea how many people are delighted whenever I update my Twinter. You post pictures you took secretly. I had no idea people would be so crazy about those. Of course, I didn't know you posted a picture of me. You saw? Soy laughed awkwardly at getting caught. Now, it's all done. It's easy to use if you press this. Soy told me how to use Twinter. It's a bit hard. You'll get used to it soon. If you get too used to it, you'll use it all day, so make sure you control yourself. Okay. It's okay as long as you don't do what she does. Alright. Soy pretended to do something else at what Shimby said. I wonder what Soy posted on Twitter to worry Shimby so much. Well, we could check. I put my phone back in my pocket. Huh? There's something in my pocket. Oh, I got tickets to the amusement park earlier. While seeing the 2 bigger, I asked them, do you guys have time this weekend? You only have 2 tickets, you can't invite them both. The weekend? Why? I have these. I took out the tickets the principal gave me. Tickets to the amusement park. Yeah, someone I know gave them to me. I was wondering if you guys would like to go. I do love amusement parks, but... But? I have to go to school government camp this weekend. Camp? Yeah, so the members can bond or something. I don't want to go, but they told me they'd make me do the accounting at the end of the year if I don't go. Isn't Lance going then?
Accounting at the end of the year. You'll become busy for sure.
I know, so I really can't miss it this time. Huh. Oh, I'm sorry.
Soy looked sorry and grumbled.
It's fine. It was already on your schedule. How about you, Shinbi?
I have photo shoots scheduled this whole weekend.
Okay, you both can't go.
I'm sorry.
No, you both have important things to do, and I asked you guys too late. Oh well, nothing I can do. Let's go together when we have time. I love roller coasters. Yeah, okay.
Soy and Shinbi stood up to go and prepare for the next class. I sat there by myself, looking at the 2 tickets. I can only use them until this weekend. What should I do? Take Tay! Although I had a knack for playing by myself, I don't want to go to the amusement park alone. Besides, the principal gave me 2 tickets. Should I ask someone else to go with me? Tay! I looked at the empty seat beside me. Yeah, Yeonho might want to go with me. But I feel like if he gets on a roller coaster, he'll come down crying. Why, you don't have to ride the roller coaster. I don't want to torture the poor kid. There are other things in the amusement park. Lance. I'm too scared to even ask. I glimpsed at Lance, who was quietly reading a book. I'm scared he'll refuse before I can even say amuse. If I go with Yuri, he'll surely play around, and Red will probably get too hyper and attract people's attentions. I won't be able to handle both of them. Red would be a bit easier to handle than Yuri, but still I'll suffer with both. Don't we only have 2 tickets? If someone can go with us. At that moment, I thought of someone. There's only one person who can handle Red. Tay's everyone's mom. But I worried about something else now. He told me we should keep our distance at the academy. Would he go to the amusement park with me? But the amusement park is much larger than the academy. There'd be more strangers there. Besides, if it's not just the 2 of us, Red's going too. I was mumbling to myself. I felt like I was making an excuse. My face heated up a bit. My heart pounded with my red face. And I also felt excited at thinking about my memories with Grandpa. Besides, the principal cared enough to give me these. I shouldn't miss this chance. I hurried and searched for Tay's number. But when I actually found his number, I couldn't help but hesitate. What should I do? What should I do? I should contact Tay. Yeah, I should at least try. I should just ask him. If you want, let's go. I sent a text to Red, and a few minutes later, a text. If you want, let's go to the amusement park this weekend.
Amusement park? You should have told me earlier. We have rehearsal this weekend.
That means we'll have to go alone with Tay. Oh, rehearsal for the play. Then he won't be able to go. I hid my disappointment and texted back. All right. No choice. Good luck with rehearsal. Everyone's busy. I feel depressed as even Red refused me. Then only Tay's left. I should at least ask him too. I gathered up the courage to text him. If you have time this weekend, let's go to the amusement park. Oh, the bell rang. I quickly put my phone back in my bag. I guess he'll text me back. I should wait. He didn't text me back? I'm back. I saw everyone's shoes except Lance's. Everyone must be back already.
Hi, Master.
Oi, Heroine, you're back. My honey, what do you want to do first? Wash or my very own special massage?
Thanks, but no to both. I'm too hungry. I feel like fainting. I didn't eat lunch properly, and my stomach kept growling.
Then you're not refusing, you sneaky girl. You didn't eat lunch?
Well, no. For some reason, I peered at him as I answered. Tay didn't say anything and just took my bag. And he quietly headed toward the kitchen. I suddenly remembered Red asked him about the amusement park.
Another improper sentence that I'm not quite sure how to reorder. But seeing that he didn't say anything, he must not want to go. But I was bothered that he didn't give me a definite answer. Where's Lance? He's late because of the student government. What was it? There's a camp? Oh, right, camp. He said he had to prepare for that and told us not to wait. Oh, okay. I remember Soy said she was busy because of the camp. I forgot Lance was also part of the student government. How could you forget that? Then he would have said no even if I'd asked. I'm glad I didn't ask him. But I thought Lance wouldn't go to camp since there'd be a lot of people. Lance always kept to himself, so I thought he wouldn't like staying with a group. Maybe he really doesn't want to do the accounting either.
Oh, I thought it was unexpected too. But apparently the supervising teacher adores him. So, I think he's the group leader or something. He wouldn't have to if he doesn't want to, but he does everything he's told. He has such a tiresome personality.
Yuri peeled off the facial mask from his face.
So, that's why he picked a fight with me when I saw him in the hallway earlier.
Pick a fight?
Yeah, I saw him on the way to the cafeteria, but he suddenly stood in front of me and told me to move. He even yelled at me to key the fight.
You mean to keep to the right?
Whatever. He could have just told me to move. He didn't have to nag me there.
Red pouted, and Yuri nodded.
He always has to point out every single tiny mistake, and we will never get along.
Yuri crumpled up the facial mask and threw it in the trash can. Yonho watched it as if Yuri was doing some sort of magic. I think he muttered, he peeled off his skin. Oh, come on, you've seen him do that 1,000,000 times.
Why don't you properly put it in the trash can? It didn't go in. And Eri, I cooked something for you.
Tay came out of the kitchen and said, Oh, okay. I followed Tay into the kitchen. Wow.
I just put together things from the fridge. Sorry, it's nothing fancy.
In front of me was a fresh salad with cheese and tomato. Sorry, you had to cook again because of me. I stopped looking at the food and told him. But Tay pulled out a chair and smiled.
It's nothing. It's what I like to do.
As I sat down, Tay sat beside me too. I speared the salad with my fork and put it in my mouth. It's good. The dressing tasted perfect with the salad. As I tried this and that, Tay watched me the whole time. And when I finished about half the plate, Tay opened his mouth.
About the amusement park. You okay?
I swallowed the wrong way when he suddenly brought up the subject that's been bothering me the whole time. I barely swallowed the food caught in my throat and nodded. Tay hurried and got me a glass of water. Yeah, go on. After I drank the water, Tay hesitated and continued.
Sorry, but I have to work that day.
Work? It's the weekend.
I know. It just happened.
To be honest, I sort of expected Tay to say no. But I feel a bit upset now that he really has. Alright, oh well. What about Yonho? Just don't ride the roller coaster. I tried my best to hide my disappointment and munched on the food.
But why the amusement park all of a sudden?
Tay stared at me as I ate and asked. Oh, someone gave me the tickets and they're only good until this weekend. I showed him the tickets in my pocket and told him.
Someone? Who?
Tay's face changed slightly. It's no one to be jealous of, Tay, don't worry. Yeah, the principal upstairs. I saw him at the academy today. He gave me the tickets and talked about Grandpa. He told me these tickets reminded him of Grandpa and when I was little. I thought about Grandpa after he said that. I haven't thought about him in a while. So I wanted to go. It's where I went with Grandpa. Well, he's not with me right now. To be honest, I wasn't exactly interested in the amusement park. I just wanted to relive the memories I had with Grandpa. So I really wanted to go, but I have 2 tickets in my hand. I can't go by myself. It's the amusement park.
Huh? Are you talking without me? I'm offended.
Suddenly, someone cut in our conversation. And before I could even turn around, a hand snatched away one of the tickets. Yuri? Yuri was looking at the tickets with a fascinated face. He looked like he just found a fun game. And he saw the other ticket in my hand and looked more excited to check that there were only 2 tickets. I didn't even ask Yuri. So I did feel a bit sorry. Yuri looked happy, and I was a bit flustered. And Tay... Tay's face was hardened a bit for some reason.
To be honest, I'm not really fond of amusement parks, but it's a different story if it's just my honey and I. Alright. Okay, I'll go with you.
Rescue me, Tay! What?
Aren't you happy? I understand. I'm so excited and happy about going on a date with my honey. I'm lost for words too. Wait, what does the owner think? When's good for you, my honey?
Huh? Oh, actually... Yuri didn't wait for my answer and checked the tickets in his hand.
They're good until this weekend. Good, alright. We can go out in the morning, have fun, go to a fancy restaurant at night, and come back home.
That sounds lovely, but it's not your route yet, Yuri, sorry. I'm sure something will happen to stop this. Which we'll have to find out in the next episode, because we gotta end this here, and let's check our diary before we do. Yep, a couple new entries and 1 missing page. Well, the first half of this entry is missing, so we don't know what date it was, but it was sometime after the 22nd. After me, made me ZZZ, and I fell asleep at Banjul. Anyways, it turned out that the harp wasn't stolen, and Mr. Hobbin just left it for repairs, without telling anyone. Everything worked out in the end. I'm glad Zion gets to smile again. October 29th. I told Yuri that taking the limo was getting too uncomfortable, and that I want to take the bus from now on. Yuri tried to convince me out of it, but I have no choice. I can't help but think about Tay telling me that we should keep our distance. Oh, Tay. Oh dear, this has not been progressing very well since his confession. I really thought things would happen, but no, they always have to save it till the very end, don't they? Well, anyway, hopefully we'll actually make it to the park in the next video, so I hope to see you there or in some of my other videos, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.